Researcher. So GPT Researcher is an AI agent that's able to run analysis on your web and local data and be embeddable anywhere and filterable by any domain. What does that mean? For example, let's say you're a company that wants to create a custom FAQ page, custom frequently asked questions page. Only you don't want to go through and write every single question and answer yourself. Maybe you want to create an AI agent that's going to sit on your website. Every time you ask it a question, it's going to run a Google search across your entire domain. It's going to fetch the sources from your entire site, and then it's going to create a nice response for the user. So that's a good example of what a deep researcher agent customized for your business and your domain is going to look like. Let's look for another example at an internal use case. Let's say you've got a bunch of data that you're sitting on, a bunch of internal documentation, specs, and data about the company, specific internal knowledge that's unstructured, located in a bunch of PDFs and Google Docs and Word docs and all that stuff. What you can do is you can feed all that context directly into GPT Researcher and allow your employees to ask questions about your data. Have a discussion with natural language about your data. Tell me about this. What are the opportunities here? And you can do this. You can filter the researcher so he's only going to have the context of your data, or you can run something called hybrid mode. And that's a combination of your internal data and web data. So you could tell the researcher, look in my internal data, but also have the capability to search the web for stuff that's going to help us make a good actionable plan for the future. So that's pretty much what a researcher agent is. And now I also want to show you a small little demo of how it works under the hood. All right, guys, and this is an example of the GPTR web app. By the way, this is customizable and also embeddable just about anywhere you'd like. So you can embed it within your website, you can embed it in your own app, and you can pretty much feed custom context into it as well. And that's a really powerful concept. So let's do an example over here. Let's say I type in, how can I leverage a deep research agent for my business? Assuming that this deep research agent can have the context of my business information and also the ability to search the web for additional information, synthesize the data, and provide actionable insights and synthesized analysis on my business for my business. And we're going to press click over here and let's see what it does. So the first thing the researcher is going to do is it's going to run a web search and try to break my question into separate questions, kind of like a human thinks, right? When we're asked a question or when we're pondering something or researching and exploring something new, we'll break down our query into pieces. Once we break down our query into different sub-queries, sub-questions, then we're going to enable the researcher to run web search. It's also going to run the web search, and it can also run on local data as well, and then synthesize all the sources and start thinking through a response for us. So it's going to search the web, it's going to grab all these sources over here and look at my personal data, and then it's going to synthesize it into a report like we see over here. So one of the beauties of this is that it makes it really, really easy to have a conversation with our data. And whereas tools like ChatGPT are trained on old data that's 2 or 3 years old, this actually gives you live data just like that. So that's pretty much what we're doing at GPT Researcher. We're enabling any business to create a deep research agent for their specific business and embed it just about anywhere. Imagine if AI had the context that it needs in order to provide you with meaningful responses for your business. Imagine this research agent as a mirror for your business to be able to reflect on it and really think through your business, where are the opportunities, and it'll help you brainstorm new ideas, explore your data in ways you weren't able to imagine in the past. So guys, this is pretty much GPT Researcher in a nutshell. Again, it's also filterable by domain, so we can limit the research agent to only extract context from your specific website where you know this is relevant for my business. And it's also filterable by specific documents. So you could feed the agent specific PDFs, specific Word documents, CSV data, and then you can enable the researcher to kind of analyze things and research and explore new ideas within this limited context of your specific documents, your specific website, and any internal data as well. All right, guys, so please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And of course, if you'd like to integrate a deep research agent for your business, feel free to be in touch, and have a good one.